out with Russell in Pennsylvania on line 2. Welcome to the program.
Yesterday, Trump simulated oral sex on stage. Tomorrow, do you think he'll do any rallies and simulate sex again? If so, what sex acts do you think he'll act out on stage?
I don't know, but I saw a gentleman named Aaron Rupar, who is known for clipping videos and putting them on the internet, making sexual observations about Trump dancing with his fists, as he is wont to do when the YMCA song comes on, and he was speculating that Trump was stimulating, as he put it,
female porn actress doing two guys, right?
No, that's not actually what he said, but since you have filled that in, perhaps you'd like to tell us why you're sharing your sexual fantasies with a national and, in fact, international audience. What is it about fantasy that excites you and connects you to politics? You have actually speculated online about Trump being raped in prison before, so perhaps this is a theme for you. But I want to give you a chance, actually, to get your mind out of the gutter. You call into this show, you call into other shows, and you like to take on conservative hosts. We have 2 days before the presidential election. Can you make a positive case for voting for Kamala Harris? I want to hear you say why you think our listeners should vote for Kamala Harris. Go for it.
A presidential candidate simulated a blowjob on stage.
No. What is the positive case for Kamala Harris? I assume you can't make one, which is why you're going back to sex again. I want to talk about politics. You want to talk about sex. Can you make a positive case for Kamala Harris, who started her career, by the way, in a sexual relationship with a powerful Democratic politician, but let's not go there. What's the positive case for Kamala Harris?
It's hard to take you seriously.
No. What's the positive case for Kamala Harris? This is, ladies and gentlemen in my audience, this is why I think Trump is going to win. Because they can't make the case. All they can do is attack their own straw men, their own sexual fantasies in the case of this very sad person who calls into shows. They can't actually make the case for Kamala Harris. They like to fantasize about Trump being raped. They like to talk about sex in public, even though their party is up to its neck in sexual scandals, the Bill Clintons, the Harvey Weinsteins. They like to do this, but they can't actually make the case for their own candidate. I'm going to give you one more chance. Why should people vote for Kamala Harris?
I'm a Republican, by the way, but people should vote for Kamala Harris because she's not Trump. That's reason
okay,
enough.
There you go. Thank you very much. You have no case. I think that's very interesting. I think it's very interesting that. Oh, I don't know about that. Jamie Raskin is already talking about doing it. So I think we are done with this gentleman. And he likes to post clips of his calls with me. So I'd like to ask that he post this one. It would be the ultimate self-own. It would be intellectually honest to post it. But it would be the ultimate self-own for him to post his own national and international humiliation, calling into this show and others, trying to rag on Trump. And I gave him, I think, 3 chances, at least 3, to make the positive case for Kamala Harris, and he couldn't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, the person who just called is the kind of person who's going to be running the country unless you get out and vote. Unless you vote and unless you get other people to vote. That's the kind of negativity they're bringing. Do you want that in government? It's already partially there. Because many people who think and talk like that person are already inside the Biden administration. Do you want that running the country? They talk about character being what decides candidates. You just saw their character. That's who they are. They're the kind of people who call into shows and say that. They have no argument in their own favor. But they go on stage and they make up hoaxes like the Charlottesville Very Fine People hoax Barack Obama used earlier today. And they fantasize about Trump being raped in prison. These are bad people. They are bad people. Do you want people like that running the country? If not, get out and vote. Let's go to some other callers now. Let's go to Chuck in Boston on line 1. Chuck.